And the fact that you're giving that to training partners and you're not just like, look, I've got a competition, just hold the bands, that you're actually helping them along is shows a lot about your character as well. So how do you then be tailored away from this? What I call it recovery protocols. It's like, people are talking about hot baths with magnesium added into it. I have blackout curtains. I have like a certain diet that I make. I have my cheat meals and a salad, whatever it is. But how do you just be a normal person and not get too wrapped up in this? How do you have time for friends? How I don't know if you're dating. How do you maintain a relationship away from this without letting your training overcome your life? How do you keep that balance and be a normal girl? Woman at the same time.
It's hard, it is, and that's something I think a lot of athletes of any sport deal with. I mean, when it comes to a really big competition, what you put in is what you get out, and I've been in positions like when I was going to Italy, um, the 2, 3 months before, I was, eat, sleep, train, that's all I was doing, and then you run into things like burnout and overexhaustion. And,
Mhm.
when you think about something too much, it's just like you know, you don't want to do it anymore. So that was something I definitely experienced where I was eating, training, sleeping. That was just my life for close to 3 months. And going up to Italy, um, it was an experience, yeah, it was definitely something, but, I mean, I got the outcome of what I put in, but again, at that point, I needed to step back and talk about it because I was like, "Okay, hey, this is what I'm feeling. I've just been doing this. I have no social life. I have, all my friends, I haven't seen them. I have no, normal connections that a normal 17, 18-year-old girl would have." But again, you get what you put in, so I got
Mhm.
the result of what I put in. Um Now coming up to Africa, I leave for Africa in 2 days and, training twice a day, my diet, everything's an account of the result I want or I see getting in Africa. So, when it comes to friends, relationships, family even, um, the balance is the balance is always gonna be, pulling on both ends of the string because if you have a goal and you know the steps to that goal, then, your family, your relationship, and your friends aren't gonna be a priority right then and there at least. So the way I kinda deal with it is I am, again, using therapy is a great way to do it. Writing things out, journaling, manifestations, just putting your thoughts out, visualizing it, seeing it, so you can go, "Hey, okay, I'm doing this as a result of this, and then I'll get back to this." So it's really just a balance of that. And I was watching the McGregor. McGregor put out a documentary on Netflix, and I think it was the fourth or fifth episode I was watching yesterday. And they were talking about how McGregor wasn't seeing his family. He went away from his family for this camp, and that's going to bring out the anger in him, right? And I agree with that because, if I'm working so hard towards something and I don't have those social cues I was having before, I can't see my friends, I can't see my family as much. That drive is going to push me to be even more successful so that when I come back I can go, this is what I did it for. I did it for my family. I did it for my relationship. I did it for my friends. I'm coming back to that. So I thought that was something super relatable and super just honest of him, to take away from his wife and his kids and really just focus on this to meet his goal and then go back to life because you got to go back to life at some point.
No, that's true.